the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
What's going on, everybody? This is the man, the myth, the legend, Kelvin T, a.k.a. Big Papa. And welcome to the Back in the Day podcast. Yes, I am back off my hiatus. Life has been good. Life has been lifing, but it's been good. And recently, my wife and I had the opportunity to go to a marriage retreat. Just like last year, it was sponsored by Marriage God's Design, Chicago. And the leaders are Pastor Martise and Dr. Nancy Murphy. And let me tell you, this year did not disappoint. There were 14 couples, some who've been there before, and we had quite a few newbies that joined the group. We had a tremendous weekend. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We checked out Monday. And let me tell you, what we thought was going to happen, God showed up and wrecked the whole weekend. We had somewhat of an agenda, but God said his agenda was more important. And so this year, I did something a little different. I recorded some interviews with the couples to see what their expectations were and how this experience has changed their marriage. Because it was just crazy. It was ridiculous. And I asked them to give me 2 songs that would remind them of their spouse. And there was some awesome prayer, awesome sessions, real conversations. And I can't say much more. So we're going to get into it. And I'm going to kick off the show with one of my favorite songs that when I hear it, I instantly think about my wife. So let's hop in that deuce and a quarter and buckle up. And let's take a ride to Back in the Day. Marriage God's Design 2024 Retreat. Matters of the Heart. Let's go. Now this song right here, my. Whenever I hear this song, I think about my wife. Because I know we are willing to do whatever it takes to make this marriage work. Here's Anita Baker with Whatever It Takes.
I've always told you I give anything. My baby, you've been my best, my only friend. There's nothing like the joy you bring. I wonder what would happen if you would trust in me. I'd make you believe, I'd make you see. No need to run from me. I'll make you feel like never before. Here I stand, hand in hand, help me find the door. Anybody can see, baby, you've been hurt before. Let me heal your pain, and won't ever hurt no more. Whatever it takes to make you happy, baby. Whatever it takes to make you smile. Whatever it takes to make you feel good, baby. soothes me. Your hurricane moves me. I cannot explain. And burdens get heavy. They come too much to bear. Honey, don't you say nothing. Hold on, I'm coming. I want you to know that I'll be there. I'll make you feel like never before. Willing and able, baby. Open up the door. Anybody can see, baby, you've been hurt before. Let me heal all your pain. Never let you hurt Whatever it takes to make you happy, baby. Whatever it takes to make you smile. Whatever it takes to make you feel good, baby. I'll be around.
Before we get too far into the show, Nancy talked about the humble beginnings of Marriage Guys Design Chicago. Check this out.
And then I would have everybody in. Y'all know how big a hospitality suite. I'm not talking about an event room. I want y'all to know. I'm not talking about a room downstairs at the hotel. The hotel suite, right, Sherry? Ain't Linda? And we would line the chairs up over the years, and we were sitting in there like this after a while. And the sessions, y'all,
We were sitting on the floor.
people would be sitting on the floor. And the sessions, they would be sitting in. Kelvin, haven't you been to the hotel with us before? You and Sheila? Oh. And so I gotta find the pictures or try to find some of the older couples to find the pictures, because once my Facebook page
Funny
came,
is Nancy kept saying, I want it to stay like this.
I want to stay small. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for those that didn't know her, she likes intimate gatherings. So, sorry for the very white voice. But yeah, she likes intimate gatherings. And so,
That's
just
all right,
to
brother.
tell you in the beginning, we were all piled up in this conference room like at Big Mama's house.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
Pardon the woo.
But this right here is we went from a one bed condo condo to a mansion in the sky.
Lord have mercy. We went from Friday to Saturday, to Friday to Sunday, to Thursday to Sunday, and now here we are Thursday to Monday. So yeah, I don't know about all that.
Oh.
That one I can boldly say I don't know about all that.
Every time we say that, something always
All right.
happens. Something always happens.
So
Now, the Bible states in Zechariah 4, verse 10, "Do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin." What Nancy and Martise thought was going to continue to be a small gathering of a few couples in a hotel suite, God said, no, this is just the beginning, because we serve a great God. And now look at 14 couples at a cabin in the mountains, bedrooms for everyone, beautiful scenery, beautiful views. It was simply amazing. Okay, so let's get into some of these interviews I did with these awesome couples. Here we go. Please introduce yourselves.
Mike and Tara Watkins.
And how long have you all been married?
19 years. This past Wednesday, the 23rd, just made 19 years.
Do you all have any children?
Yes.
Yeah, 2.5.
Look, you gotta clear that up because people will think I'm pregnant.
wait a minute.
So we're getting out of that in a half. So we actually do have 3 children in our house.
Okay.
We have God blessed us to become the guardians of my niece after my sister passed when my niece was 12. So now she's 17, so she's our eldest, and we have an 11-year-old son and an almost 5-year-old terrorist.
Don't put that on the baby.
Let me send her to your house for an hour and then we'll see.
Oh boy. Okay. So what are you looking for this time around at this year's retreat?
Hopefully more of the same experience from the first time around. The first time around was like a unexpected, pleasant surprise. It wasn't what I expected. And we was able to, meet new people and build off their relationships and their experiences and help us in our own. I'm hoping to get the same thing.
I guess the same.
Same thing.
Absolutely, because the thing about it is a lot of people get the misconception that you go to a retreat because your marriage is in trouble, and that's not the case. Sometimes it's good just to go to just kind of like deconstruct and make sure that your marriage can stay healthy. So like for me, I think one of the things I'm looking forward to is getting more tools, because again, the tools like we got last year may not have necessarily applied to us in that specific moment, but later in life or later in time, we were able to use those tools to either better our marriage or even help others in their marriage.
So if anything, what would you like to express or say to Martise and Nancy?
Just genuine and extreme gratitude and appreciation for everything they're doing. It does help. It does help, and it's a rippling effect because, like she was saying, like the tools that we do get here and the different experiences, be able to help not just in our marriage, but take it back with us and pass it on.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and from other marriages.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about. Each one, or each two, each.
Risu.
Yeah, each two. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
The retreat is Christian based and it's hosted by Christians. I love the fact that you're not bombarded with religion. Yeah. You're not beat down like, hey, it's not that. Yeah. It's there, it's an undertone of it, but you're not bombarded with it. Yeah. So that's one thing I definitely appreciate.
There's a lot of freedom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
To express yourself and not worry about being judged.
Right.
Okay, again, I asked the couples to give me a couple of songs that remind them of their spouse or their marriage. And here are their song selections.
Tony Braxton, I love me some him. Yeah.
Oh, she's talking to
That
you
is.
right there, Mike. That one for you. Okay.
I think my favorite song would be like a Luther Vandross song.
Mm-hmm.
There's several to choose
Anyone,
from,
right?
right? I mean, you can't go wrong with anyone, but I'd rather have bad times together than have it easy apart. That's one that I love that one.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
I know that song.
I'd rather
Bad
have hard times with you than good times with someone else. I'd rather be beside you in the storm than safe at home by my...
Tara about to give us a whole concert in the interview. But thanks again, Tara and Mike, for sharing your thoughts on the retreat this year. May God continue to bless your marriage and your family. 19 years. They got some skin in the game. So coming up first, we're going to play Tony Braxton, I Love Me Some Him, followed by Luther Vandross, I'd Rather, here on the Back in the Day podcast.
I love me some him. dream come true. I wish for you. I have never been so happy about a love so new. You opened my heart to a brand new start. My love's there wherever you are. I won't let no one take you away. Yeah. You took the ease off my mind and put it behind. You were there, yes indeed, for all my needs. Yes, you are, baby. I'll never love this way again. I love me some you. Another man will never do. Oh no, I love me some him. Oh baby, I'll never love this way again. I love me some you. Oh, another man will oh no no, 'cause you came along and changed my life. Told things would be alright, and they were thanks to you, baby. And now I have the strength to carry on. In my heart, you have a home, and I never wanna be alone. 'Cause I love me some him. Oh, yeah. Never gonna love this way again. Another man will never do. I love me some him. I'll never love this way again. I love me some you. Another man will never do. Oh no, I'm not me some. I love me mama. I'll never love this way again. I love me some.
Was what we really needed. You said this time would hurt more than it helps, but I couldn't see that. I thought it was the end of a beautiful story, and so I left the one I love at home to be alone. And I tried and found out this one thing is true, that I'm nothing without you. I know better now, and I've had a change of heart. I'd rather have bad times with you than good times with someone else. I'd rather be beside you in a storm than safe and warm by myself. I'd rather have hard times together than to have it easy apart. I'd rather have the one who holds my heart. Ooh, yeah. And then I met someone and thought she could replace you. We got along just fine, but wasted time because she was not you. We had a lot of fun, though we knew we were faking. Love was not impressed with our connection, built on lies, on lies. So I'm here 'cause I found this one thing is true, that I'm nothing without I know better now, and I've had a change of heart. I'd rather have bad times with you than good times with someone else. I'd rather be beside you in a storm than safe and warm by myself. I'd rather have hard times together than to have it easy apart. I'd rather have the one who holds my heart, who holds my heart. I can't blame you if you turn away from me like I've done to you. I can only prove the things I say with time. Please be mine. I'd rather have bad times with you. Please be mine than good times with someone else. I know I'd rather be beside you in a storm anytime than safe and warm by myself. Should I rather have hard times together than to have it easy apart. I'd rather have the one who holds my heart. I'd rather have bad times with you than good times with someone else. I'd rather be beside you in a storm than safe and warm all by myself. I'd rather have hard times together than to have it easy apart. I'd rather have the one who holds my heart. I'd rather have the one who holds my heart. I'd rather have the one who holds my heart. Who holds my heart.
Okay, the next couple coming up, they are the youngest of all the 14 couples that were there. They're the youngest. And they've been married 2 years, I think. Well, here, let them explain. Please introduce yourselves.
Dane Martin.
Micaiah Martin.
And how long have you all been married?
2 years.
Little nipple how you is. Okay.
So what are you looking for this time around at this year's retreat?
The last retreat, we needed to understand why we got married. This retreat, I feel like now it's how to stay married. So the tools, what we're looking for is to understand the tools needed, but also the love needed to stay married. Because we already understand, we got taught why we're married. But now it's, okay, now that we know why, how do we understand how to keep it?
My expectations, honestly, I want to stop having expectations, because I feel like when you have expectations, they begin to fail, and you begin to have these feelings like, oh, this person is not living up to this expectation, not knowing your level of expectations of them. Not saying that we don't communicate, but it's just more so just understanding each other equally, like they say in the equally yoked. So I feel like understanding how we can bond together to be one, instead of having these expectations that they might not be able to keep.
So their interview was right after our first session, and the main topic was communication. So I asked them what were their thoughts after our first session.
I liked it. It made me think more on things that I need to ask my husband. Things that I probably would have never thought to even bring up to him. So it gives me some type of awareness of where we need to be. Even though everybody is on different levels of marriage, everybody has their different viewpoints. Everybody's marriage is different, but we all equally deal with the same things, just different stories. So it makes me be open to communicating better.
Okay, in regards to Martise and Nancy, what would you like to say to them?
I will give them my highest praise, because I feel like they're putting me in a situation to grow as a woman. I've never been around a lot of married couples, so this is giving me an insight outside of my norm. So just to have this safe space, just to have people around that's like me, married like me, have the same problems, I feel like this has opened me up to more wisdom as a woman. It'll help me be able to be more communicative with my husband, my son, just people in general. So I thank them for a lot, just being able to have this space for us. So yeah.
I would say, I say this a lot to myself, like when some stuff comes, I would say thank you for marrying, because it gets to a point where a lot of people say, you know, God puts certain people in your life for a reason. And for me, if I had married somebody else, I got married by somebody else, and who knows if the person that married us, if I married somebody else or the other, who knows if that minister and those people stood behind your marriage just as much as they stand behind their own marriage. So it's to the point where you know you're not even just fighting for your marriage, but you're fighting for the people that honestly look up to your marriage. Even though we're 2 years in and they've been through it, they're older than me, they look up to me and Kai's marriage, because they tell us sometimes, we love y'all, we love you how y'all are together. So, but we're the only reason why we are the way we are together is because every time something hits the fan, y'all the first ones to sit there like, whoa, let's talk, let's figure this out, because we know the good in both of y'all when y'all come together. So right now, y'all are not good. So we're gonna get y'all back to that. So I would just say thank you, because especially they've taught me a lot more when it comes to love and care. And I probably, if they didn't marry me, if I got married, I probably have ruined my first marriage. Me, myself, because a lot of the tools they taught me has made me not better in my marriage, but it also just made me better as a friend, because some of the stuff I listen to when my friends come to me, I take the same thing they teach me. Hey, y'all doing that wrong. Y'all gotta do it this way. And if you're like, I tried it, it worked. I'm like, yeah, don't thank me. Trust me, don't thank me. It's my marriage counselors. It's the people that married me that taught me this. So, yeah, I would just say thank you.
So Dane and Micaiah are the cutest couple ever, man. I mean, they bring so much energy, that young energy, to our group. So thanks again to them, and may God continue to bless them on that journey. Yes, they're only 2 years in, but I think they have a lot of wisdom, they have a lot of support, and they're going to be just fine. And yes, I asked them what song reminded them of each other, and they chose...
My favorite song that I love with my husband is Pretty Brown Skin by Alton King.
My favorite song, my wife, is by my favorite, Rod Wave, Married Next Year. Because it came out. It came out the year we got married. And everything he says in the song, it's everything I felt.
Wow.
So everything I felt towards my wife, even though it came out after we got married.
Yeah.
Everything, I was like, yep, that's my song.
Okay.
And we sing it every time it come on.
Okay, so here's Pretty Brown Skin by Alton King, followed by Married Next Year by Rod Wade.
Pretty brown
skin, pretty light skin, pretty dark skin. I see African written in your DNA. Hella choco melanin from the motherland with your black skin. Never should you want it any other way. First things first, I'm blackity black, black. I'm blackity black, black. I'm blackity black, black. If you don't like that, you wackity whack, whack. You wackity whack. I said what I said, and that's that. This is for them queens that's rocking them kinky twists. From box braids to bantu knots and four lips. Them dreadlocks, crochets, afros and real hips. Them pom-poms and sew-ins with edges that's real slick. Now catch this, your black presence is necessary. From Big Mama to Auntie Obama as First Lady. I validated, I still remember my mother's gumbo. Saturday mornings waking to soulful sounds of gospel. The richness of ancestral legacies and culture, our history extends beyond American borders. So please believe the hype, you're not too much, you are enough. Never shrink back, always speak up. Head tilted high, one fist to the sky. Don't doubt your worth, always attack. Know yourself first, one thing's for sure. You're made in the image of God, shea butter, that melanin pop. Black woman, you will never be stopped. Pretty brown skin, pretty light skin, pretty dark skin. I see African written in your DNA. Hella choco melanin from the motherland with your black skin. Never should you want it any other way. Second things first, still blackity black, black. Still blackity black, black. Still blackity black. It's a blessing, not a curse. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget. If you need reminders, then run this back. You're so pretty for a black girl, it's not a compliment. Don't whitewash who you ought to be an option. You don't sound white, you just finished up your doctorate. Black Benz, new house, pockets real lucrative. That's right, pop, 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 bosses. CEO, boss, 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 boss chick. Killing stereotypes, switching up the narrative. Ain't no explanation needed, that's on Harriet. Raising black kids with some black sense, liberation, educate them, let them dream big, adding flavor, keep it seasoned, give them reasons to believe in what our ancestors dreamed of. You are beautifully valuable, distinguishably royal. Next time you look in the mirror, pause and say, black girl, I love you, I love you, I love you. Then repeat. One thing's for sure, you're made in the image of God, shea butter, that melanin pop. Black woman, you will never be stopped. Pretty brown skin, pretty light skin, pretty dark skin. I see African written in your DNA. Hella choco melanin from the motherland with your black skin. Never should you want it any other way. Pretty brown skin, pretty light skin, pretty dark skin. I see African written in your DNA. Hella choco melanin from the motherland with your black skin. Never should you want it any other way. Remember who you are. Remember who you are and whose you are. Shooting star. Don't forget that part. That part. Know that you belong just as you are. With your pretty brown skin.
She is African sun-kissed and cocoa curated. She is diaspora, dreamer, descendant of ancestors resisting, persisting. Her charisma, undeniably rich like soil, fertile. Earth will embrace her as the first mother, lover. Love her skin, her mocha molasses, midnight hues. What is the day to do without her glow? What is the night to do with her glory? Beauty eclipsed only by shooting stars, leaving even the wordsmiths smithing for words. Is she a verb or a present participle? Is she a home or a mobile dream? She is still the little black girl nestled between the legs of black mamas, combing her crown, emerging from the chaos, shedding her tough chameleon skin they once told little black girls we needed in order to survive. Watch out when this little black girl goes looking for herself, for she always finds what she's looking for. And she is more than magic. She is worthy. And it need not to be said, but she is queen. Royalty evolving, the revolution and the peace, like spirit, like breath, like wind, wrapped in skin. Pretty brown skin.
Damn, Kai, you going crazy.
I'm getting married next year. You know you got the kind of love that a nigga need. You know you got the kind of touch only a nigga dream. I never meant to break your heart or hurt your self-esteem. I never meant to play my part in that selfishly. Looking for what was in my face the whole time. Hoping that it ain't too late, cause I'm tired of the same old bitches. No, you get tired of the same old niggas. Looking for the hype. Same crowd in the club every night. But wondering if you looking for a husband. Yeah, now you're looking for a wife. Girl, let's get it right. 100 days shorter than these love songs in life. When you finally find someone to call your own, no more sharing. Run away as far as y'all can go and start a family. And I done been here many times before. And every time I done got it wrong. They say when it's right, you'll know. I know for sure your love I was waiting on. Yeah, yeah. Your love's the one that I've been waiting on. Your love, your love, your love, your love, your love's the one and I've been waiting on. Yeah, 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 yeah. Someone as crazy as you, someone great at love making as you, yeah. Someone as patient as you, yeah. Someone as amazing as you, yeah, amazing as you. Married next year, you know me, I'm married next year. Let's get married, I'm getting married. Is you ready? Cause I'm ready. Let's get married, yeah. Let's get married, yeah. I'm getting married, we getting married. I'm getting married, let's get married. I'm getting married next year.
Okay, so now I'm going to move into some of the sessions that we had. Just know that there was a lot of healing, a lot of deliverance. There was reconciliation. There was forgiveness. All those things were experienced over the course of this time we spent together. Out of respect for the couples, I won't play anything personal, but I will share. One of the topics was communication pertaining to sex. And we know that sex is very important within the marriage. I'll say that again. Sex is very important within the marriage. So Nancy shared some things about how to communicate and when to communicate. And then the question was asked by Tanya, I believe. She asked, what does it mean to be equally yoked? But we learned that being equally yoked is so much more than just being a believer. And so what Nancy did, she asked everyone in the room to give one word on what they think equally yoked means to them. And let me say one more thing. We had some very important people in the room. Matter of fact, everyone was important. But I'm talking specifically about those who carry titles. Pastor, evangelist, missionary, elder, bishop, all those church titles. We check those at the door. Okay, the only title that mattered that weekend was the title of being married. We were just 14 couples that came together to share some time together and learn about marriage and learn about matters of the heart. But God, being who He is, began to pull on the men and women of God in the room. And some heavy revelation was dropped. So I'm going to play some excerpts from that. And then we'll get back into a couple more interviews and some music. All right. So again, buckle up. It's about to get real.
To reconnect in our marriages, again, to recalibrate, again. Man, I said have great sex. It's important you have great sex in your marriage, right? To recalibrate. And that you communicate about your sex life. If it hurts, communicate that, right? If your spouse ain't smelling right, communicate that. If their nails are too long and you snip them, communicate that. If they sucking you dry, communicate that. Listen, I'm trying.
That's okay.
It's all right. Don't you have to communicate? Yes, let's communicate. If you're not getting it enough, if you're not getting it enough, communicate that. If you're getting it too much, communicate that. And come up with a plan. Now look, I got something else. Everybody scratch their heads. Your soul is back on. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, you back that, Sharika? Just laugh over there, it's working out. All right, let's take one to pass it down.
Nancy, it's not just Sharika. Find out.
You said, James, you want to cut that out? One per cup. Oh my goodness. Ooh, the prophet took a picture of one per couple. Follow me. Everybody got one? All y'all got one?
Yeah.
All right.
Can I ask a question? Sure. A serious question?
Sure.
So can you discuss what, intimacy look like at different levels and ages of life? Because as you grow older, things begin to change.
It's so important to know that sex is not intimacy. In no shape, form, or fashion.
How are we supposed to reach that standard?
So what's going to happen is y'all the tag team. They go
sex is sex. It's making love. That's what you're going to call it, but it is not intimacy. And yes, she is very correct. Sex is not about making babies. Sex is, let's look at it. Sex is simply the two of you are becoming one.
I swear to God,
it's a combination of the
Thank you.
It's a combination or the connection of the two spirits becoming one.
Hey, give me
it's
that
a
purple.
Healthy soul tie. Ladies Patrice Battle it's a healthy soul tie. It's the two of you all imparting into each other what you need. It's an impartation. And I'm not talking about the company aspect of it, right, or the orgasm aspect of it. I'm talking about both of you all imparting what you need to each other.
Indian giver.
They way over here, I forgot them. I know, they ain't give them this. They gotta see.
It is also not just imparting into each other what you need, it's the taking away from each other, right? What you don't need. It can be healing. Again, I was blessed the other night when I heard man of God say that when they had sex when he was sick, it actually healed him and gave him what he needed. And so sometimes, ladies and men, sometimes life can just knock us off whack. And when you have that moment, when you have sex, ladies, male, whatever, when you have sex, guess what? You can be recalibrated again, and it can just settle you. There's a key thing, all right? So now what you have in front of you all, and let me just finish. And intimacy does look different as we become older. Like she said, you can't always drop it like it's hot. That's why communication is very, one sheet per couple. Communication is very important because, again, at different stages of life, and that's why, you know, I had asked Bowie to bring a toy kit with her, but it didn't come in time. But when I say toy kit, the toy kit did include, yes, it included lubrication, because sometimes as you get older, as you go through menopause, as you go through life, guess what? You may not get as moist and or as wet when it's time for sex as you did once before. Y'all hear me? Hysterectomy, medications. It will slow down. It will dry you up when you don't run strata. All right. Men aren't always able. That's why they say that's why they have, you know, assistance for erectile dysfunction. Again, stress. Yes, stress can be some of the issues that we have. Right. Rejection, health medication. There can be a lot of reasons. Right? That's why it's important to discuss it. To discuss what's going on and to see what
That's a whole lot of kissing.
Again, the church does not always talk about this kind of stuff, y'all. So some of us are left out here, or some people, not me, because now some people are left outside and don't know how to fix or to make happen what they need to happen. Y'all hear me? I don't want these marriages drying out, drying up, whatever, because y'all not having great sex. Y'all not having good sex. Now let me help you out with some other things. Yes, there are toys that you can use in the bedroom with your spouse. Did you hear me? There are toys as long as the two of you all agree on them. If you do not agree on them, then do not go trying to put a toy on somebody who ain't agreed to.
Oh, I agree.
So it's important that you communicate, okay? Again, the Bible says that the marriage bed is undefiled. So, that being said, as long as the two of you all are talking about your sex life, discussing, and my room or my house may not look like your house. What's okay in y'all's house? You know, if we like to pole, if we want to swing,
yeah, baby.
Swing, you don't have to have a swing, okay? I'm just saying. If we like a vibrator, and y'all don't like a vibrator, then guess what? You don't have to have a vibrator.
You may have it done.
We may not have it done. But it's what is wrong with him? The whole situation. And fetishes, ladies, men, fetishes are real. Let's talk fetishes. Fetishes are real. If your man like the pantyhose, put them pantyhose on.
Yeah,
if he like role reversal, I had heard somebody talking about role reversal. Role reversal. Ain't nothing wrong with role reversal in your house. If it's the heels, put the heels on. Fellas, you know, if she like you, look like a cowboy, get your cowboy hat. Put some shorts on your boots.
Better do it. Better role play. It's healthy.
We talking about you better role. In front of you is a box. Again, the Lord spoke that we needed to reconnect. In front of you is a box. Now let me help you all both with something else. You heard me talk about it a bit the other night. If you have not already created a treasure chest in your house for your mate, it can be one box that you both all put everything in. Be it whatever you want to see your mate in, or whatever you want to use with your mate, and every now and again, you all use the box. Use the box. The box that you have in front of you all is a box for affirmation, a box for your vision, a box that you're going to use to speak over your marriage. Yes, battles. You're going to pull the little tabs off of the little white corner in order to close your sides. Yep, those are tabs to stick it together. So you're going to make a complete box. In front of you, you have letters. Put your name on there or whatever you want to say on there. Your love box, my affirmation box, whatever you want to put on there. I'm going to give each couple 10 cards. I believe 10 cards per couple. And you're going to write on these cards and you're going to put them in the box. I forgot something. Where is it? Where is it?
Y'all right there over there. Y'all put it over there.
No, it's a different one. I didn't take
The lady said no boxes have been delivered to their office. So I'm gonna wait till we break and we'll talk.
Give them 2 sheets.
Yeah, you can give them 2 sheets per couple of 3.
You're supposed to be hosting, sir. You didn't ask me what I wanted on the box. You just started.
How can I help something?
Y'all talk about the box. Create your box together. It's not for just a woman to do. It's not for just a man to do.
Yeah.
But create your box.
Put your hands down.
Do our last name and then.
And even after today, I want you all to continue to add
Yeah,
to
we
your
were
box.
married.
Continue to add different affirmations, different positive things. That when your mate goes in the box and they need a little encouragement or they need to feel your love, let's just say if you all are not at work or if you all are at work or you all are out or whatever the case may be, they can go in that box and get a word.
So, one of the things that he said that kind of hit me was the equally yoked piece. What does that necessarily look like when you say equally yoked? Because I know anytime we ever talk about it, it's just both of you are like Christian or something like that. But I feel like it's way more than that.
Way more.
It's way more than
It's
that.
way equally yoked. When we talk about now, here, let's do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go around the room, and I don't go, y'all, because we ain't got enough time. I just want one word. When you think about equally yoked, I'm gonna give y'all a couple of minutes. When you think about equally yoked, what is the one word for you that would tie into being equally yoked? Y'all ready?
Quick, yeah, I can go first.
We can start here.
We're gonna start with these. We're gonna lose sight of where we at. Daryl, can we start with you? You ready? Equally yoked to you. Y'all making y'all listen equally yoked?
He said respect.
He said, come on. Come on, we're dealing with it. We deal, he said, Daryl said respect. You got your list? Because we already know we're going to deal with it all. Sherry?
He took my word.
So come with another one.
That happens a lot with us. I don't like that. Connected.
Connected. Tanya?
I would say for me, it's going to be that we have the same values.
Values. Will?
Communication.
Communication. Y'all got some good words. That's what you have. Aunt Linda? Strength. I like it. Uncle Charles?
I must have oneness.
Oneness. Next one.
I'm sorry.
Cece, where you paying? You want to write it down? Go ahead. What's your word? Edgewater, what's your word?
He said my word. My word's communication.
So we got two communications.
That's what falls short.
Okay, Cece, you got a word there? Cece? And we're going to deal with that too. I like how that just happened. That's good. That's genuine. Don't forget that. Don't drop the heat that. Okay, what's your word now? He said communication. And he said, because that's what we fall short. And she said, no, that's what you fall short. He said, no, you fall short. So we're going to deal with that. Cece, you got another word? I'm gonna give you another word.
They use the same word. You can still use your same word. If that's your word. Yeah, but
What's
that's
your
your
word?
word. Yeah, that's still.
What's your word? Oneness?
Yeah, that's
all right,
your
we got
word.
two oneness. What's your word?
Appreciate
Intention. Oh, that's good. Well, you want to be deep, huh? Come on, your word. What's your first name? James. Okay, I gotta remember that. Okay, James, what's your word? Fruitful. Okay. Y'all making a list? Sheila, your word?
Faithful.
Faithful. Okay. Kelvin.
Compatible.
That's good. Compatible.
Man.
Sean.
Check-in.
Check-ins. Shaquan. Unity. John said like-minded.
That's good.
Kim?
Mine was values.
Values. I think we heard values. So we had two values. We had three communications and two oneness, right?
I know you said one word. I got two. Active adjustments.
Active. That's good.
That's check-in.
Active adjustments. Active adjustments.
Can you expound on that?
What's your word? Compromise.
That's a big one.
Micaiah? You got another one? Or you going to stick with that one?
Equally yoked. I can say a lot, but
One word, come on. Dane?
Armor.
Armor. Micaiah? We're going to come back. Mike? Togetherness. Mike? United. We got a few unitedness and togetherness now.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby.
Sarah?
Balance.
Balance. Booney?
Mass was faithfulness.
Faithfulness. So now y'all have y'all's list of equally yoked, right? Everybody has a list of equally yoked. So we shouldn't have this question no more. And now everybody is gonna be equally yoked masters. Where y'all can help somebody else, right? Where y'all can share with somebody else. Now in the church, yes. Oh, what's mine? Mine is commitment.
Yep.
Commitment is mine. Oh, I got another one too. God, yeah.
Come on. Say it. Say it. You said for me.
Forgiveness.
That's a big one too.
That's good. And he just said personal.
Forgiveness, that's a big one. That's a big one. Forgiveness. What was you gonna say?
Well,
One word, baby.
Tara took it, so I'm going to say self-control.
Ooh,
That boy was fast. You
The church has dropped the ball because there's no accountability.
There's no accountability.
And for whatever reason, the church is scared to talk about sex and mental issues.
Yes.
And this is why most married folks in the church are miserable.
They miserable.
When in fact, God made us to be happy. We're supposed to be examples. People, I'm not saying this without saying too much, but in my church knows. One thing we can joke, we can laugh, we can play. One thing you're not gonna do is play about my marriage. I don't play about my wife. Don't let these ropes fool you. Don't let none of it. I'm a nigga when it comes to my
Come on.
Because it took me a while to get here. And if people really knew our stories and what we not, watch this, in public we make it look good. They don't know how many times we got to pray, how many times we got to shut up, how many times we got to cry, how many times we got to, how much warfare we got to. Come on. I could be, her and I will get into it, and I got to think, I'm not going to be a man. We're going to talk about this. We're going to deal with it. If we need to have a follow-up conversation, we'll do that. But let's put it on the table. And in the middle of the night, I'm a praying man, and all right, you sleep? I'll start praying. And before I know it, she got her hands on me, and by the time we get up the next morning, the Lord has already moved on our behalf. But I teach, deal with the problem. Make active adjustments. Marriage, to me, not everybody's opinion, is about being equally yoked, is about being able or willing to make active adjustments. Ain't none of us as young as we used to be. Sometimes that drop it like it's hot is let down like it's warm. Or at a certain point, listen, roll over, get your little 5 minutes and come on. If we're gonna make it, we're gonna have to deal with the real. And what mama got. If we're going to make it, we got to deal with what we need to deal with. And so,
intimacy look different.
All right, so it's 11:15. This session is over now.
Wait.
I was messing with y'all.
I know it was only supposed to be one word, but it was pressing on me. Patience. No one said
patience. And that was my whole first word.
All
right, Tara,
come on. I got to work on that, man. Because I've been want to move, baby.
Tell her, get her this. This is what we have to understand and recognize when it comes to communication. You have to learn the language of your spouse. A lot of times you have a set vision or sight of how your spouse should communicate, but that comes from you learning who he is or you learning who she is.
Because even while they're talking with their hands or something, they may not mean any harm or offense to you because that's how they talk. Right. Now you getting upset because they talking like that, but that's how they talk. So that's
right. Because one thing coming from the Stuart Ball. One thing I had to learn about my wife is she's a hand talker. And when you go sit amongst mom and you sit amongst cousin Linda and Linda, you will see and hear they don't have an attitude with you. They're not just the way they express themselves. You know
what I'm
And then
saying?
we Southern too, we aggressive.
Yeah, and so that's why I say it's key.
We love.
That's why I say it's key to learn each other, because if you don't learn each other, you'll catch yourself in two separate positions, and then you'll also catch yourself having more problems because I don't understand the language. You may like for me, a prime example. Here we go, bro. Prime example. I'm one because I like to hang out with young people. I'm one to say, instead of saying, I'm sorry, my bad.
And
I got checked.
Because what does that mean?
I got checked by one of the members of the church, and I got checked by my wife. I'm like, wait, but we all know what it means. But at the same time, but that's not the way I want to hear it.
One of our church members had to tell him, Pastor, you can't be talking to her like that, because I was ticked. I can't stand it. But again, that's something we need to be able to. I can't stand the duh. Say the. Come on, he likes to do that. I don't like that either. So you got to know, right? Because I will tell you that the day he says, okay, now wait, you're using your hands too much, then guess what I need to do? Start controlling his hands. I have to be mindful of it, because why? I can't just be like, well, that's just who I am. That's just how I talk. No. You have a responsibility now. You care about, because when I hurt him, I'm hurting myself. And that's how we have to look at it, y'all. The two are one flesh, right? Now, hold on. I don't want us to get too far off, because I feel like we're veering a bit, but we're still good. I want to make sure we've answered your equally yoked. Because equally yoked encompasses every word you have on that list, including the fact of that we're like-minded. So, we believe in God, the same God. We're praying, we're able to pray together. Does that mean we're going to the same church? It may not look like that. We went to a different church right after we was married for a long time. We weren't pastors at that
Watch
point.
this. I just got a revelation, and correct me if my revelation is wrong.
Here we go. Look at this. Here we go. Okay, I'm telling you. All right, I'm telling all the prophets, all the pastors.
All right, so listen to this. Let me take you back to grammar school. When we talk about the word equally yoked. In grammar school, they taught you 5 plus 3 equal what? 8. Now, mind you, you can take 4 plus 4 and get the same number.
Get to the same place.
So, do you see the difference? You got your 5, you got your 3.
2 plus 2 plus 2.
And you can take 2 plus 2 and get the same thing. So, you see the difference. At the end of the day, no matter what, you still end up with a common denominator.
Yeah. Going up in tongue sharp.
As we always like to say, and I know everybody knows it as soon as I start saying it, no weapon formed against us shall what? Say that again. No weapon formed against us. Put your last name in it. Shall what? That's right. Matter of fact, give it to me one more time with full confidence. No weapon formed against us
shall prosper.
In Jesus' name.
Now guess what you all just did? You all just decreed that over your life, over your marriage. And so when you decree a thing, guess what? That's a sign, seal, and deliver situation. That means no matter what tries to happen, I've decreed over my life I decreed over our marriage that we shall prosper. I decreed over our marriage that no weapon that may try to form. It may form, but guess what? It won't work. And so since it won't work, I ain't got no worries. Yeah. Look at your husband, look at your wife, say, I ain't got no worries. Why? Well, I ain't got no worries, because no weapon. Yeah, when you see it coming, you say, I see you, but guess what? You ain't gonna get here.
The Lord dropped this in my spirit and said, I brought you here this year for every reason different.
Yep.
The Lord says, some of us plan to be here to get an actual vacation. But we're not realizing that being here has put us on an assignment. And God is He's literally restoring not just marriages, but the origination of marriage, which is us ourselves. And so while some of us come here for one thing or another, God is saying, I'm restoring you and the marriage. Because you can't restore the marriage without you being healed. And God is literally touching the heart, and He's touching the mind. This is why it had to be matters of the heart. Yes. God says, I'm getting my heart back together. Ooh. Because we are His heart. He said, I'm restoring the heart again. And in restoring the heart again, your individual heart our collective heart will come together here. This is only the beginning. For everybody in this room, the Lord says this is only the beginning to a brand new life.
Wow.
Even though things seem the same.
Oh my God. Thank you, Lord.
Mentalities will be different when we leave here.
Yes.
Heart postures will be different
Yes.
when we leave here. And God sent deliverance to this house.
Yes.
This is why the place that we tried to get didn't work. Because it was too big. And now this is why some people couldn't come. Some people couldn't come because this wasn't their issue.
Oh my God.
And so God had to strategically plan this moment with these people to say, I'm gonna fix y'all. And I'm gonna fix y'all before y'all do anything else. And so I told Patrice before we came down here, I said, I don't know why. I said, but things are about to shift today. I said, I don't know how it's going to do it, and I'm going to stay in my seat, and apparently that doesn't happen, but I'm not going to say nothing. But the Lord said, I'm sending shift because you're the ones that's going to bring change. And so be healed. And be made whole. Don't just be healed. Be made whole. And so some of us are walking in the newness of being made. And the thing about it is, even as I sit here, the Spirit is impressed upon me to say some of us have been broken for years. Wow. Some of us function broken. Some of us function malfunctioning. Some of us are functional dysfunctional.
Yes.
But the Lord says, not after today. You have to be. And He says, I brought you here to put you in a position where you can't leave without it.
Speak, Holy Spirit.
It's a difference when you want it, and it's a difference when God's forcing it on you. And He's not forcing on you to say, you're going to get it either way or the other. He's forcing on you because He knows what you need.
Yes.
And so all of us that are here, the Lord is healing us. And He's making us whole in areas that probably have nothing to do with our marriages. The Lord for some of us is going back to our adolescence years, our teenage years, and He's healing. He's healing parental issues. He's healing molestation. He's healing the heart's dysfunction. And He's literally getting rid of that Elmer's glue. And he's saying, I'm not even giving you, even though I use the analogy of the Gorilla Glue, He said, I'm going to be the glue. I'm going to be in the middle. And the only way this is going to work is I got to be there. And so may the Lord bless us. May the Lord ready us for what's to come. Because Pastor Marty said, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. It's go form. It's go attempt to have it. But I'm so glad that He let us survive the assassination attempt. Some of us don't even know that us making it here. Because for people like me, I wasn't coming 4 or 5 times. 4 or 5 things happened to where I couldn't, and God said, no, I'm going to let you make it there because I need to fix some stuff at home. And I need you not to be present because you're a control freak. And so I'm going to send you and your spouse so that I can fix some stuff and I can help you survive the assassination attempt. So, ain't nothing to do now but live.
There's so much more I want to play and give you guys. But the hour has come and gone, so I'm going to wind down this episode. I'm going to play one last song, and then we're going to get out of here. But yes, there will be a part 2, a part 3, and just maybe a part 4. So here's Sticking With You by Kindred the Family Soul. Here on the Back in the Day podcast.
Is this real? After all this time, do I still feel the way I feel? If I listen to the world, I'd still feel like a foolish girl. We bicker, that's true, me and you, but nobody's gonna love me the way that you do, the way that you do. You heard when I wrap my legs around you, you see satisfied. Do you remember even one time I tried to lie? Whoa, I know that you know that we know it's real. I know we write love songs, words that rhyme in melody and time. I've been loving you so very long. This feeling in me can't be defined. And no one's gonna love me the way you do. I could search the whole world and never find you. Sticking with you.
Declare that over your marriage. No matter what happens, I'm sticking with you. This has been the Back in the Day podcast, and I'm your host, Big Papa, and this was the first episode of Marriage God's Design Chicago 2024 Marriage Retreat. And like I said, I had so much more to give, so much more I want you to hear, but we're going to save that for the next few episodes. So in closing, as always, love God, love yourself, and spread love, because this world needs love more now than ever before. And to all my married couples, don't forget, let's keep practicing that 6-second kiss, or however long you want to kiss. Don't put a time limit on it, all right? And until next time, peace and hair grease. And I'm out.
I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when